Hey, everybody. Welcome to day 80 Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full time reseller supporting her family. It is August 27th, 2024, and it is just one of those press record days. Uh, Today kicked my butt. I'm not going to lie. I'll tell you how I started the day. Before even Motivation in Minutes, I had a meeting about some software that I'm potentially using. So that was early in the morning. And all right, so then we got into Motivation in Minutes, and I really wanted to focus because a lot of us have been talking about focus and how that really helps us, and it helps everybody, right? Like focus is key. So the quote is an Eckhart Tolle quote. Oh my goodness. From The Power of Now. It is realize deeply that the present moment is all you have. Make now the primary focus of your life. And all we do have is this moment. And, one of the things we say a lot is be where your feet are. Absolutely be where your feet are. So, my word of intention today was now. So, wherever I was today, I truly tried to focus in the moment and exactly what I was doing in that moment and not let my brain wander or be elsewhere and focus. So, that is really, really taxing on a day like today. It takes a lot of mental energy to focus. Did it feel great? Did I get a lot of stuff done? I was much more intentional about things, and I was where my feet were all day, and we had a lot of meetings, we had recordings, it was just a lot going on today with C chats. Mostly I did not get any listing done, and I have to say I did not do my shipping tonight. I know I like to try to do the shipping at night, but I am absolutely just too beat. My brain is too exhausted to even do the shipping tonight. So I'm going to do that in the morning. Hopefully between some other things I have to do. And I have a topic that I want to talk about tomorrow at Reseller Reflections that I think you'll be super interested in. And it's just the difference one word can make. And no, it's not the O word. It's not the only word we talk about. But it's another word in how we think about things. But my brain isn't there tonight. So I'm just talking about being here, being present with you all now, and letting you know what it's like to be a day in the life of a full-time reseller. So I am super proud I was able to focus all day and just bring that energy where I went and be where my feet were. But boy, it was hard work. One of the things I've been focusing on is I have 7 tasks that I like to spend at least 5 minutes on every single day, and I've been doing that consistently. That is what I've committed to do in Mastermind. And just so you have an idea, everybody creates their own slight edge list, whatever it is for you. For me, there's 7 things on that list that I dedicate at least 5 minutes to every day. Now, sometimes those time blocks are longer, sometimes, but I want to make sure I at least keep 5 minutes for like to build momentum, right? Because it's easy to get out of the habit of doing things. So clean up is number one. So that's first thing I do, 5 minutes. Sometimes if I don't feel like it, I just set a timer. I clean up before I come downstairs and start my day. I organize my email. I definitely set a timer for that because I can't stand doing that. And it's kind of like a game. Like, can I get it cleaned up in 5 minutes? Physical activity. Most days that's longer than 5 minutes. It's usually a nice long walk or something like that. But on a day like today, if I didn't have this slight edge list, I would not have done any physical activity. So it ended up like at, 10 minutes. So that was great. I knew it was on my list. I knew I'm committed to putting those little hearts after every item at the end of each day and spending at least 5 minutes. If I had and the reason it's 5 minutes is exactly for days like today when I really can't, when taking 45 minutes out of my day to take a walk or even a half an hour out of my day to take a walk is seemingly an impossible task. I wouldn't have done anything. I would have done zero. But because it was only 5 minutes, I did 10 minutes of physical activity. So that's why it's only 5 minutes, because it's not overwhelming. You can at least do that, even if it's 1 minute, right? Like some of us started at 1 minute for things like that. The next thing is gratitude and connection. Spend 5 minutes writing my book. Spend 5 minutes learning something new about YouTube, and spent 5 minutes on our charity event that we do quarterly. And there you have it. I completed my Slate Edge list. If you have one, I hope you completed it. And if you don't have one, think about starting one. Think about what's important to you in your life and what those couple things are you can add on to spend at least 1 minute a day, start with, because it's really been, I feel like I can really hold on to that today. I don't have many things I can hold on to that I accomplished today, but just doing that list makes me feel so good. And I know it's building momentum for the things that really matter to me. All right. Reset to zero. And that is something that matters to me a lot. And I'm so happy. I actually moved my my iMac downstairs. It was upstairs because I would do all my recordings upstairs because I had a lot of helpers in and out of here through the day. Well, that has changed, and I'm usually here by myself now. So I moved the good computer downstairs here to work on it. It makes my life a lot easier to work on that on this computer. So that was, a big chunk out of the day, a lot of readjusting, a lot of browser settings, all of that good stuff. But kept it in my head that I'm investing time now to do this because it's going to save me a lot of time and energy in the long run. Yes, much more efficient to work on this than it is on my MacBook. I can have a couple screens up at once. Not that I'm multitasking, because that's not really a thing. I know Molly and Samantha totally disagree with me on that, but I truly believe multitasking is not a thing, and the science supports me. Okay. So, reset to zero challenge. So happy I did this today. Thank you guys for holding me accountable and making me do it, because as I was cleaning up and I moved my workstation and I was cleaning up the IKEA bags that I had over in the corner, I was cleaning up a lot of the stuff on my reset to zero tonight. And I lifted up a bag of IKEA bags, and what was underneath that? Some unlisted inventory that I did not even know was there, that had already been photographed by one of my helpers. So yeah, so glad I did that and just did the extra step and moved those bags that have been sitting there for a while. So that was really cool. All right, so reset to zero. Thank you for being accountable with me. Here are my accountability partners. If you want to join, go ahead, put it in the comments. Let me know how it's going. Jill of Rusted Truck Relics, Jason, Santee Swapper, Shar, Fabulous Flamingos, Kathy Sings, Nick, Mr. C Chats, Vanessa, Brightest Holidays, Judith R, and Pam of Whimsy and Such. Thank you for joining me on this Reset to Zero challenge. All right, so have any of you recovered anything in your Reset to Zero that you had forgotten about or you didn't know was there or got covered up? I don't know. I can't be the only one. Let me know in the comments. All right, guys, have a great night, and I will see you on day 81 of Reseller Reflections. Have a good night. Bye.